I don't like clowns.
It takes at least 5 black voters to get the same amount of voting power as 1 white voter in Texas, and 3...
What?
It's a fact. Like, it's with...
Black people have the same voting power as white people in
within-
America.
Well, obviously, but with the districts and stuff, it also takes around, like, 3... Latino
That makes no
voters.
sense. Everybody has 1 vote. Everybody's vote is counted 1 time.
She gets a vote.
Shocking story. You talk about unprovoked attacks. The woman was just going about her business and from nowhere was stabbed in the neck and died later in hospital. And it opened up a whole debate, quite rightly I should say, about the safety of women. You sit and you do what we do and you think there are certain things that people get wound up about, listening to the BBC try and justify itself, and then you look at what's going on the streets, what's actually happening. I'm delighted to be joined now by Orla Minihane, who's the lead organiser for Pink Ladies, of course, the ladies who were brave enough to go on the streets and talk about what's right for women and what's important about female safety. I think you were probably labelled far right, weren't you, by Starmer, but there we go.
Yes, I was.
Honest to God.
Hi, morning, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
Always. Ola, this is a terrible story.
Yeah.
We have to be careful. Legally, this guy is being charged and it's an ongoing process. But
Yeah.
this isn't a one-off, is it, tragically?
No, so I just want to say my absolute, heartfelt condolences to her family. 34 years old, starting out her life, minding her own business. And Katie Fox, if you read about some of the things on social media, seemed to be the most lovely woman, just a normal girl going around her business. But, let's not forget, Jeremy, that, and not to undermine Katie's death, but in the last 2 weeks, 2 other girls have been murdered in similar situations. Stephanie Irons, 23, murdered. Lily Whitehouse, 19, murdered. And these are women who were murdered on the street in cold blood, stabbed to death.
I listen to Sadiq Khan pontificate every day about DEI and the rights of giving people, oh, yes, he's done that, but no, there are knives prevalent everywhere. I've talked repeatedly about how I would increase stop and search. I'm not interested in the debate. The fact of the matter is, if you searched people for knives, you would find more. And if you said to people, the first time you're found, you're going to prison for 5 years, you ain't getting out on good behaviour. And the second time, you're going for 10. I swear to God. And somebody made a really good point the other day on a show I was doing. Do you remember the acid attacks became almost...
Yes.
And they said life imprisonment. And I don't know whether this is a fact. I'm sure we'll check it out. Acid attacks have completely decreased.
Ha! That, I am not known for that.
Oh, look at those right-wing knuckle draggers. Knuckle draggers meaning like we're like cavemen dragging our knuckles. We're the cavemen, but you guys don't even have indoor plumbing. Spare me. Give me a break. What does she say? British born, not migrant, not terror related. Thoughts and prayers with all the victims. So this is how they lie. They obscure through omission. He was born in Britain. He wasn't a migrant. You're saying the same thing twice. If he was born in Britain, obviously he's not a migrant. Now this part, you don't know that it's not terror related. We still have reports saying that he screamed Allahu Akbar. So, and also, I just want you guys to understand, she's not Muslim. She's a Sikh. She has Punjabi parents. But it doesn't matter to her because she's going to align with anyone who's any shade of brown. And then these people want to call you racist because you keep pointing out how these guys are the ones who are doing the crimes.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, forgive me for pointing out the obvious.
Why have you managed to coin that phrase zero?
Because we know what it means to lose your sovereignty, to lose your freedom. Most of the Europe was occupied by communists for many years. And now Islamists, radical Islamists, are taking over in Europe, not in Poland. We know what it means to lose your identity. That's why we have to be very radical. 0 means none. Not even 1. Not quota system, which was offered, proposed by European Union. No, we're not going to take any of those.
No bite.
Hi, Tubbs. No.
It is a messed up world.